I don't know if anybody saw, but it was really late or really early in the morning. It must have been like 4 or 5 or 6 when she started her waterworks about not being able to provide a home for Cam, and it's so hard and it's so tough, and all of these emotions come out, and she wasn't getting the response that she wanted. The only thing that she got from everybody was, oh, do you have an Amazon wish list for him? And that was it. It wasn't like, oh, where do we send our money? So she stopped that act and wrote a book instead. And I'm sorry, Gabby, but when you write a book, you have some like describing, words in there, not, and he said, and I said, and we did. That's not a book. You didn't write a book. You wrote in your journal. You wrote what most people put into their journal so they can look back at their life and see where they were, where they've come, or how they've spiraled out of control. That's not a book. And also, because I did hear Ali say this, that they earned more than what the vet bill was. And I don't know this for facts, but I would have to, we love you, Auntie. Hi, Ashley. I love you too. I didn't even know you were on TikTok. How are my girls? I love you, girl. I would have to agree. Okay, so I don't have proof of this, but thank you very much about my dad, you guys. That Danny got more money than what the vet bill was. I would have to agree with that because Gabby, I think the last that I heard, Gabby was at like $360 something on her PayPal. Gabby would have had to collect that and then send it to Danny in that period of time for them to pay the vet bill, and I don't think that happened. So I think that they did make over that amount of money. I don't think Gabby's PayPal had gone through because it was a very short period of time of when they collected the money and when it was paid. So I believe that was extra money. There was also money floating from the care credits. So I also believe that they made over the 32 whatever it was, and that whatever else was pocketed, hopefully it goes towards Enzo. But Ali was also exactly correct in saying that it is a crime to support money for one thing and then spend it on another. But the only way to go after somebody like that, from my knowledge, is if those people actually go after them themselves. Like I couldn't call anybody, or you couldn't call anybody and be like, oh, they spent the money on something else. So the $1,700 was if Danny chose to do the at-home therapy, which she didn't. She chose to do the in-hospital. So we all saw the bill and what the payment was. Abby, I don't know what the money was spent on. I just know that there was money put into Gabby's PayPal, and I did try to comment on a troll account over and over that do not give money to Gabby. It won't go to what it's supposed to, but obviously no one listened because Gabby still got money. I believe it was like 32 something was what the total was. At least that's from the bill that I saw. Danny did show proof that she was refunding on PayPal. I did see that too. But that was Danny's PayPal. That wasn't Gabby's PayPal. That was Danny's PayPal because Danny couldn't get into her PayPal, and I believe it was a total of $90 that she refunded. Masseray, are you? She's buying socks right now. Are her and Aaron's fights fake? No, and they're always fine a minute later. That's what they do in their toxic relationship. That was the same way when I was friends with Gabby. We would get these phone calls and it would be so toxic and heated, and the things that they would say to each other, and it was freaking awful. It was so awful. And then she would hang up the call. She wouldn't say goodbye. She wouldn't do anything. She'd be like, I gotta go, like all frantic. And we would think like something so bad was about to happen to her. And then she'd go straight to her live and everything would be fine. You'd be like, what the hell just happened? Yeah, I heard that this morning too. And just by the way, we're still done. And yeah, everything is done in front of Cam. Again, to all the Gabby supporters, if you don't see this behavior that's being done in front of Cameron as toxic and trauma, there's something wrong with you. There's absolutely something wrong with anybody that is still supporting these women, because enough people have spoken out, enough things have been done, you have witnessed enough shit going on, that if you still support this, that is on you, and that says everything about you. No, do you have plenty of time? What did she say? Does anyone think she's messing around with Aaron or Anthony? I don't know, but Anthony, she doesn't treat Anthony very much better than she treats Aaron. I mean, she does a little bit, but did you hear her yelling at Anthony last night after Aaron had left the apartment? Like, I don't know why Anthony takes that abuse seriously. She ain't fucking you. Why are you allowing her to treat you like this? She ain't fucking you. She might be feeding you, maybe, if she cooks, but she's not funding you, fucking you, or feeding you. So why do you allow her to abuse you? Because that's what that is mental abuse. She's abusing that man. Gabby doesn't know how to have a healthy relationship with anybody. Nobody. All of her relationships are toxic. She doesn't know how to be a real friend to anybody. And if you think Gabby's your friend, she's not. Take a really good hard look at what Gabby has ever done for you, except maybe attempt to make you a diamond painting. But other than that, Gabby is not a friend. Gabby is all about what she can get, how much she can get it, and then she'll either throw you to the wayside if she doesn't need you anymore, or it takes you to finally realize what a shitty person she is, and then you're like, oh shit, why didn't I see that before? She cries he can't sleep. Well, also, yeah, he stays up till 5 a.m. because she's blaring music or not awake to make sure he goes to bed. Like, she made sure she fell asleep last night, but she didn't make sure her child fell asleep. But Cameron also sleeps till 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So his schedule is completely reversed. What Gabby would need to do is 3 days in a row, 3 or 4, depending on Cam, would need to switch his schedule and wake him up at 7:30 in the morning and put him to bed at 7:30 at night for 3 to 4 days straight. And then Cam would be on a normal schedule. The problem is that Gabby likes to stay up till 5 a.m. So if Gabby's up till 5 a.m., how are you supposed to get up with your baby at 7:30? And he's not a baby anymore. How are you supposed to get up with your toddler at 7:30 in the morning when you stay up till 5 o'clock? Guys, Anthony is just a friend. Oh, yeah. Anthony is not family to anybody. Shay has been in it. What did someone say? At Macy. Who's Mr. Bean? Did she say that I want Aaron? Is that what someone said? Oh my, you know what? How did you find me out? That winner, Gabby said I want Aaron. How did she know? God, I thought that was a secret how much I want, because he is such a catch. Have you seen him? Have you seen what he provides? He's a catch. If you don't want him, you all are missing out. Like, to want that man. Come on now. I'm caught, y'all. I've been trying to keep that. My husband doesn't even know about that yet. Gosh. Well, we are all in love with a grumpy dump. Yeah, we are all in love with him. No, it's not that I'm in love with Aaron. It's just that I like him a little bit more than I like Gabby as a person. I think Aaron's just a little bit better. I think Aaron would actually, if he got into the right relationship with the right people, I think Aaron would be a great father. And I think he could actually grow from, like, as a person. But he has to get away from Gabby. Nothing and nobody can grow, not even Cam, if they're still stuck with Gabby. And yeah, Allie wants him too. Like, Allie and I are constantly fighting through Messenger. We are so, like, I want him more. No, I want him more. No, Allie, I want him more. God, and she just won't back down. It's a constant battle with Allie. Yeah, I heard that it keeps so Danny, from Danny's side, she's getting Enzo back, and the vet said that, and that's what she is. And then Allie talked to the vet this morning, and they said that they were very concerned for the cat as well. So nobody will actually know where Enzo is at until Enzo is either home or not home. So I don't know what side to believe, or not side, but I don't know which way it's going to go. Um, yeah, we do fight in Telegram over Aaron too. Like, no, I call dibs. And I've been around the picture the longest, so I feel like Aaron should automatically be mine. Like, doesn't that make the most sense? Like, I've put in the time for Aaron to be mine. I feel like. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Just ask my chat, y'all. But it could go either way, those videos. As somebody that loves pets, and I am a hacker, so watch out. If you steal Aaron from me, I'm hacking your shit. I'm hacking it. They are very disturbing, and I really don't know what happened in Gabby and Danny's childhood to make them scream and talk to people the way they do. You know what? I do want to be Gabby. To live in a hotel room with a 3-year-old that I don't discipline or take care of or teach, that is completely out of control because I'm not a parent, because I don't parent my child, and a barking dog, and then Aaron. Because the way Gabby describes Aaron, who wouldn't be jealous of how she defines that man? Have you heard how good she talks about him? If you just listen to what an amazing picture Gabby has painted of this man, you would be jealous too. And look at Gabby. Look at all the stuff she has going for her. It's got a pool. I know. I saw that she gave him Coke at 4 a.m. She can talk about me all she wants. What is Gabby going to say? She talks about me. I really don't care. And guess what, Gabby? I haven't been talking about you. I don't know if you saw this, but bitch, you still got my name all up in your mouth. So, eat a dick. Sorry, please hold. Who's in Gabby's box supporting her? Ceased and deceased. So the thing is with that, one, I never got the letter and still haven't gotten it. I would show you if I had the letter because I'm sure whatever she wrote on it would have been funny as fuck. And secondly, Gabby has still continued to talk about me every single day. So the cease and deceased would be null and void. It doesn't matter because she's lied on it too many times. Yeah, I would frame it. Honestly, I would frame it. And Gabby could have done the same thing with me. Like if she would have texted me the same information, she could have sent it via text message. She has me blocked. But she could have done the same thing. But Gabby still talks about me. So nothing Gabby does. Gabby's going to have to get a lawyer. But honestly, now she'll have to add Allie to that list of people. Hi, Paigey. Of that list of people that talk about her. Because I know that she thought that this would all die down, but the thing is that more people are starting to catch on and more people are watching her, and it's just going to be more and more and more that people are going to come out and talk about her. And I truly believe the only thing that will get Gabby off this app is if Cam's taken away, and nobody wants Cam taken away. Let's just put that out there. Nobody wants Cam taken away. We want Aaron and Gabby to be better parents because he is not parented at all. Not at all.
Trade me?
Yeah.
You need to plug in the charger?
Huh?
You need a charger?
I don't have a charger. He acts out to get attention. Yeah, he acts out to get attention, but Gabby also explained in her book how she was not allowed to be herself as a child. So instead of disciplining Cam or parenting Cam, she's just going to let him do whatever the fuck he wants because she was never understood as a child. So now Cam can just do whatever he wants. And little does she know that's actually creating more, that's actually worse on a child, to not parent them and not discipline them. Whatever form of discipline you have, and I don't mean whatever as in beat your children, but whatever you choose of how to teach your children right from wrong, unfortunately, Cam is not going to know right from wrong, which will lead into his adulthood. And then what problems is that child going to have as an adult? Not knowing right from wrong because he was allowed to do and get away with anything he wanted his entire life. That is literally a recipe for disaster in a human. For them to know nothing from right from wrong. She is setting him up for complete failure. Prison life, exactly. And I'm not saying that he's going to be. I'm just saying that's the tools that she's giving him to be a successful human is of that. Like, she's giving him no tools. Even as a small child, she's giving him no tools to be a successful toddler, which will go into his childhood, which will go into his teenage years, which will ultimately lead to his adult life. Which is extremely sad because he is, what a boy. What a boy. It's all very upsetting. Sorry, please hold everyone. I'm sorry. So also, if you were listening to Gabby's book, how she explained how Cameron got diagnosed, that the pediatrician sent him somewhere and they got a diagnosis, and then the pediatrician diagnosed him with being autistic, that is true. That actually is true. But what Gabby's not telling you is that diagnosis got denied because a pediatrician doesn't have the licensing or whatever it is to diagnose a child with autism. That's why she's supposed to be doing all these different steps to get him diagnosed, which she's not doing. She took him to a neurologist, but she went there not with the specifics of autism. She went there to get him sleeping medication, which she succeeded at, but still doesn't give it to him, probably because that would put him to bed at a normal bedtime, and she won't get up with him at a normal bedtime. Yeah, sleeping meds for a 3-year-old. He was placed on a medication that's kind of like Klonidine. And she got the dog on medication too. Which she did. My son's on Klonidine. Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just think 3 is a really young age, especially when Gabby has not done everything in her power to put him on a routine, to get him on a schedule, to get him in bed, to get up with him. Yeah, Coco was knocked out last night. She got medication. Gabby was knocked out last night. The only person that wasn't knocked out last night was Cameron. She's, I don't know how she can keep Rex in the car. He needs heaters and stuff.
He needs to not get him until the person shows up. Get him at 4:45.
Yeah, it would take her about 4 days to get Cameron on a good schedule, for him to go to bed at a decent time, get up at a decent time. But like I said before, that won't work for Gabby. And that the saddest part about them keeping Rex in the car, which also animal control can be called as well, because you can't keep a reptile in a car. So people that know where she's at, because the hotel room has been leaked, could also call the hotel. Not saying to do it. I'm just saying, like, she should be careful, because you also can't keep a bearded dragon that needs heat and lamps in a car. Yeah, it's freezing. She doxed herself. Of course she did. This has been the funnest 2 days on TikTok. Did you just start following Danny and Gabby? Because this is never ending. This is never ending. And it never will end as long as people are still supporting these women and still paying their way. And that's the thing, is that Danny's cat, yes, she got her supporters to pay for that cat's medical, but that cat will always have this issue because this issue has, now that she has this or he has this issue, he's always going to have this, which is always going to cost a ton of money. So unless you as a supporter are willing to fork out hundreds of dollars all the time, this cat will have it forever. Yeah, the cycle of people is going really quickly. All new people are coming in constantly, and all the people that were once her true supporter and actually really cared about these women are no longer supporting. And what you have is a bunch of enablers that literally are condoning all this toxic behavior, and it's really sad. A lot paid because they didn't want to put him down. Yeah, a lot of people did pay, and unfortunately, I've seen multiple comments of people that are upset that they put their money towards it, knowing what they know now after the fact. It's very sad. The whole thing is very sad. And I've said this before, and just because you love an animal doesn't mean that they are cared for properly. Nor does it mean that you have the resources to care for them properly, which in turn means they're neglected.
Is there a phone number to call?
You can love them and still neglect them.
They're not gonna do nothing with a dragon. It's a fucking dragon in a cage. It's got water and food. Exactly, it's a fucking dragon, bro. Animal control. I have a pet dragon in my house, in my apartment. Somebody's doing something to it. They're not gonna do shit with a fucking dragon. Now, if it was a dog, yeah.
So this woman that's in her box is saying that they're not going to do nothing for a dragon because it's not a dog or a cat. It's still a living creature.
Why's it gonna get dropped?
Yeah, because the dragon doesn't matter.
Why?
Does anybody know who's in her box? Is it that Bree girl? An animal is an animal, exactly.
And I don't understand why people, like, for real, is just bugging.
People are bugging over an animal.
But you guys are coming. Exactly. Gabby needs positive energy.
This girl.
Gabby looks beautiful today. Gabby does not need stress today.
Yeah, it's that girl in her box saying that it's not a cat or a dog, so animal control is not going to do anything.
You people that are bringing negative. Gabby is not abusive to her animals or her child. Gabby is a good damn mother to her animals and her child.
Everybody in her chat is saying they're not going to do anything because it's a bearded dragon. That's how they justify the behaviors of these women, because they think that smartly. Those are the types of humans that Gabby and Danny support themselves with. Another supporter of neglect, exactly. They both need to wake up, and they both need help. Comments are off now, and she kicked that girl out of her box. Hey mods, be ready for that that Bree bitch or whatever I think it's Bree bitch or whatever her name is, because she's gonna come over here. I think I might have blocked her already, but I wish I could take Rex. I have one. And that's another thing about Danny not taking Rex. Like, I don't really understand why. Danny has a whole spare room. Why couldn't the bearded dragon just go in the spare room and tell Gabby that she has to feed it and take care of it? There's nothing in that room. Nothing's holding, like, that room that the tank couldn't just go in there. Oh, there she is right there. I sent her an invite. Let's see if she'll come in and talk about how she feels about bearded dragons. Let's see if she'll come in here. Why don't you come in here and talk about how you feel like a bearded dragon? So why don't you explain to everybody why a bearded dragon isn't as important as a dog or a cat?
Why do you think her animals are getting abused? Why do you think
Hey, sweetheart, it's called neglect.
Okay, first of all, how is it called neglect when the animal, the dragon, Gets
Yeah.
fed every week.
Do you know it's fed and has water? Did you see it yourself?
Does she not say she feeds her animals? Have you
Did
seen
you see it? Did you see it for yourself?
Have you seen it?
She also left them. They abandoned them. And it wasn't until it was being spoke about, because I got confirmation. Girl, I got confirmation this morning that the apartment was locked by the sheriff, and I got sent pictures of them abandoning their animals. Then they called. I'll be back, you guys.
Exactly.
No, I got a warning. I'll be right here. You can come back. Girl, you can come back.
Talking about a person that clearly is always on your mind. Like you're obsessed.
Yes, sure is. Okay.
Okay, so how are you getting these pictures? How are you getting these pictures from her?
Because so many people care about animals and children. So many people. And just because you believe that it's a bearded dragon, so it don't matter. So it don't matter because it's a bearded dragon. It's still a living, breathing thing.
I ever say I believe in abuse because I was sexually abused.
Don't bring that here. Do not bring that. Thank you. Bye. I ain't doing the whole sexual shit again. Hey, you guys, I do need to restart though because I got that warning and I don't want to be kicked.